Okay. All right. Um, yes, people in chat, tell me when you can hear me. I think you should be able to hear me soon. Hello, people in chat. How's it going? How's it going, folks? Sorry for the late start. I know it's almost 15 minutes late. It's 13 minutes late, though, not quite 15. Um, the reason that it is that late. Hello, Fonz. Hi, Fuyu. Hello, Mr. Taki. Good to see you, Deathkill. Yeah, so the reason it is this late is because I woke up approximately 13 minutes ago. Okay, sorry. I woke up like 15 minutes ago, technically. So yeah, I had trouble sleeping last night and I woke up about 15, 16 minutes ago. I think I woke up at 11:57. It's currently 12:13. So 16 minutes ago. Um 17 minutes ago now. And so anyway, so yeah, that's like a nightmare for me. I actually like was worried that was going to happen and then it actually did. I'm just glad that I woke up before the stream and not like at like 12:30 or something. That would have been hell. So at least I could like plan how late I was going to be, basically. Um, somewhat plan. It's not totally. Oh, I need to mute my Discord though. So let me go into Do Not Disturb mode. We'll do that for 8 hours just for fun. So yeah, pretty cool. Um, so the first thing that we're going to do today actually is a little bit different than what we were going to normally be doing, maybe. Um, so it says here that we're going to do the Mikuru crash, and we are going to do the Mikuru crash today. That is what is on the docket today. But the first thing we need to do actually is fulfill a promise to Will and get him some screenshots that he needs. So we're going to do that just real fast. So basically, like to kind of brief you on what it is, we have a couple of we're working on the graphics in the game, or Will is working on the graphics in the game rather. And so if we go into code and we go into our assets and we go into our graphics, and you can see that we have all of our graphics in here that we've been modifying, and in here we have the tutorial graphics. Actually, is what we're specifically working on, and Will's been redoing these. So, good morning, Ernie. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad that we can be awake at the same time. Sort of. I woke up eventually. It was good. Um, to be fair, it is Labor Day today. It is a national holiday. I am somewhat allowed to sleep in. So we have this graphic here where we have these 5 topics that we can see. Um, so you can see here we have warm mood at the bottom, and then we have these 4 topics up here. I actually don't remember how we got this screenshot. I think we might have edited it directly from the original screenshot, because these are almost exactly what they are in the original. And I just don't know. We didn't have the technology at the time. We barely have the technology now to edit the game to get these, or also to know how to play the game to get these exact topics that we need. So one of the things we're going to try doing right now is we're going to try editing the game real quick, or editing a game save rather real quick, to attempt to attempt it and see if we can get those topics. We can like force those topics into our hand. And we're gonna just figure it out. So let's launch up Serial Loops here. That's the tool of choice for working on Chokuretsu, both saves and the ROM. We're gonna give this a shot real quick. And the other thing we're gonna do, well, actually no, we can do that in Serial Loops. We're just gonna do that in Serial Loops. So we're gonna open up the Japanese project because we're only gonna edit saves. We don't actually care about editing the game itself. And we're going to actually open up the Japanese project for a very good reason, which is we're going to look at the original Japanese graphic real quick. So if we do this, yeah, I actually did this last night, I guess, and so it saved my project. But here is our original Japanese graphic. So let's screenshot it real quick, just so I could export it or whatever, but we're just gonna screenshot it, so I just have it right here. Can everyone see my screen, by the way? Yeah. Okay. Good. Excellent. I'm checking now that I can. They can. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we have this screenshot here. So this is Okami no Bosu, which is indeed Alpha Wolf, or Boss Wolf, you know. Mikuru to Kompike, Mikuru and the Computer Society. I still can't read this. I learned last night how to read this. But it's like Reikan. Reikan, yeah, it's Reikan. I can read it now. Ha ha ha. Reikan Shoujo Nagato, which is Ghost Sense Girl Nagato, or Nagato Sixth Sense. Hello, Chili. Good to see you. Koizumi to Gameu, Koizumi in Games, which is, you'll notice, different than the topic we have in the actual screenshot, or in the actual folder that we have here. Like in our version of the game, we have Koizumi in the computer, not Koizumi in Games. And then the last one is literally it's Honwaka Mudo, which is warm mood here. So that's what we got here in the original game. So now that we have that, we're going to open up the English project so that we can search for these more easily, because I realized last night I can't type in Japanese into Serial Loops for some reason, which is something to figure out at some point, but not today. Yes, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing in chat? Yeah, whatever. This is just an error that pops up when it can't find, like, you like closed it with a save file. I have to fix it at some point. I can't be bothered right now. All right. So let's open up Haruhi Chokuretsu back.save, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so here's a nice little save that we can work with. So I guess the first thing that we actually want to do is we could go straight in and start editing the save, but let's see if we can figure out something about these topics first, see if there's something in common with them. So let's search for Alpha Wolf real quick. So here's Alpha Wolf. So this is a Haruhi topic, and it is an episode 1 topic, puzzle phase group 1. So I'm guessing these are all going to be episode 1 ones, right? So we have Mikuru and the Computer Club. Yep, that's also an episode 1. And then we have Nagato's Sixth Sense. Nagato's Sixth Sense. Yep, there it is. And that is also an episode 1 topic. Beautiful. Damn, you're tired, Ermi? It is 9:20 p.m. in Rome. Damn. Why are you tired, Ermi? What's going on? Koizumi and game and the game. Goddamn. It's pretty intense. And then warm. Okay. So now we've got all of our little topics here. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. So these are the ones that we want. So now I just have them open so that I can see real quick when we're looking for them in the save file. So here's our save file now. So let's do this. So the first thing is that this is currently set to be episode 2, but these are all episode 1 topics. So we're actually going to set this back to episode 1. And we're going to even go back here to right before the episode 1 puzzle phase. Which I think is just, you can just do this to do that. I think that's what that ends up looking like in the save. So that's the starting point here. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to filter by each of these topics. And I think all we have to do is just check that the topic was obtained. I don't know that this will work. I think this will work. That's actually one of the things we're testing here is, will this work? Because I don't know. Okay. So Mikuru in the Computer Club, Nagato's Sixth Sense, that is 410. And then Koizumi and the game. Yep. And warm. Yep. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So Now that we have edited this, we can go in. Actually, let's save this real quick. There we go. Yep, saved it. Excellent. Um, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our code folder or Chokuretsu translation build, and we're going to change these up. So this is going to become back. Oh, it's already named back. Wait, this is going to become .back .save, and this one is just going to become the save. So now we're going to launch this game up here. First day of work after bank. Oh, you guys have like a bank holiday too around this time? Sorry, not a bank holiday. I sound like Will. What the hell? You guys have like a national holiday too around this time? I did not know that. For us, it is. I get my American holidays, even though I'm working for the Australian company because I'm in America right now. So I get like the American holiday of Labor Day today. I'm actually taking the day off. It's great. Even though it's like Tuesday in Australia, it's Monday here, so. Okay, sorry, not new game. We're doing a save game that we're continuing. Here it is. Let's continue it. Okay, save your current progress. Nah. I guess I might have selected the save or something. Okay, here, let's see. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. I thought I selected the actual puzzle phase, not the save. Maybe something is wrong with how it does that selection. I don't know. Okay, we have all of the main topics. That's already interesting. I don't remember saying that I had main topics at all. We have one Mikuru topic. We have one Nagato topic. We have one Koizumi topic. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That sounds legit to me. Like, I think it might have worked. So here, let's actually just, like, zoom along to this event. Okay, here we are. And touch, delay chance. Which topics should I use? Okay, let's fucking cook, guys. That sure as hell seems to have worked. Well, now you know how to get whatever topics you want in the game. It's just click some buttons, I guess. Amazing. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so this is fantastic. This is really good to see. Okay. Cool. So, let's take a screenshot of this, I guess. So I think what we should do probably is we should set this to screen size of 1, or 1x rather. And then we should just take a screenshot of the window. Select the window here, this one. And then we will copy it over and we'll send this to Will. Awesome. I think that's the first thing that we needed to get him. Okay. Yeah, very cool. So that was very easy. As far as like first thing to do goes. Surprisingly easy, in fact. Okay. So the next thing that we wanted to get him real quick was there was a different thing that we wanted for him. I don't know. I think he can cook. He can work with the rest of them. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I don't know what he's looking for here. Yeah, it's probably fine. I think he's good. I think he's got this from here. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the Mikuru crash. It's been 10 minutes, 15 minutes ish since I started the stream. So let's talk about the Mikuru crash. So the Mikuru crash is cursed. It's like the worst bug I've personally ever had to deal with. At least as far as this project goes. I think probably just in general. I think I don't have to qualify that actually. It's one of the worst bugs I've ever dealt with. It would be really funny if I solve it in like 5 seconds today. But I kind of doubt that I will. So but we're gonna see. Maybe I will. Who knows? Like that would be cool if I did. So 1 second while I go into my old computer and I get some files that I want. Source repos and Chokuretsu translation. Okay. So I have some old save files is what I'm grabbing right now. Specifically, I have this milli.save that I think has the main stuff we want. So this is now going to be .back because I'm so good at naming things. And this is going to be haruhi chokuretsu.save. Actually, we're going to, keep milli.save here, and we're going to just copy it and make it haruhi chokuretsu.save. Okay. I have it on the old computer backed up. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. Anyway. On the list item. Is the background highlight the same? Okay, wait, 1 second. 1 second. Is the background highlight the same? Oh, you're so right, King. The background highlight wasn't the same. Oh no, it was. I think it was. I think it's the same. 1 second. 1 second. Let's open this up. Tutorial. It's like accidents 10 or something. Accidents 11. The background highlight's the same. Background highlight's the same. We're good. We're cooking. So, all good. Just to kind of prove that here, this is what it looks like in the image I just sent him. So, I think we're good. It looks like shit, though. Why does it look so bad? Did I, compress it by accident somehow? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, good thing I didn't delete that save I just did. Let's go get it again real quick. Maybe I feel like it shouldn't have done that, right? This one. Okay. Okay. It's darker on the image I sent? The background highlight's darker? Oh, do you mean the current state of the animation? Yeah, okay, I should look at that. I should try to time it. Okay, let's try this again real quick. Okay. So let's look at this again. I think that maybe we need to send it in this 2x mode and just let him scale it down, because I feel like it looked like shit when it scaled down to 1x. I was thinking I was taking it as it looks here, but look at that. It looks like awful. What is happening at 1x? I don't know. Okay, so let's try to time this. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good timing. So active window. We'll just do a select window real quick. Hey, that's not bad. Oh, it's slightly brighter. Let's try one more time. We can just do control print apparently to time it. So let's do this. Ah, fuck. Okay, that was not what I thought it was going to do. Was it meta print? Oh. Let me try it again. Oh, wait, no. Is it a function key? I have to turn off my function lock, I guess. Okay. Oh, wait, no. It's print screen. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Click it just real quick. It didn't come up. I don't know that worked. Okay, whatever. I'm just... Okay. 1 second. Wait, isn't that what it said? It was control print? Meta print. Meta print. Damn. Okay, meta print. Here we go. We're trying again. And now. Okay. I'm just gonna paste it real quick. Oh, hey, I think we nailed it. I think we actually nailed it. That looks really good. Yeah, so here's what we got. This actually looks really great. It's like brighter, I think, than the original, but I don't really care. It looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, and Will can color correct it. You're right. If he needs to, he can color correct. At will use this one. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, that's fun. Thank you for catching me on that one. At the very least, we fixed the screenshot resolution because it looks like shit. Yeah, it might be my window scaling. I don't know. It's probably window scaling, honestly. But whatever. We fixed it, so that's all that matters. So we're gonna call this one dot topic dot back so that we like keep track of what it is. Okay, no. Dot back dot topic. And we're gonna call this one just Haruhi Chokuretsu. I don't know, we'll do the copy thing again. Haruhi Chokuretsu. Okay. And then we're gonna bring up our milli save here. And this milli save, I think one of these has a puzzle phase. Let's check and see. Is it this one? Yes, it is. So basically what we got to do here is we've got to send someone other than Mikuru. We got to have Mikuru be a power-up character. Yeah, the pixels don't look integer scaled. They aren't. Fun fact. They aren't integer scaled. The window scaling them, but I'm not scaling down is the weird thing. I'm scaling up. So I don't know. Nagato is going to be our person that's going to clean up here. And we're going to do our best to get this bug. Okay, so we have a bunch of... I wonder if it has to do with how many Mikuru topics you have. That would be stupid, but it could be. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start scanning here. Okay, we're going to touch, I guess. I don't know. Why not? So Mikuru's level 5. You can see her ability's level 5. And I don't think it has to do with her level. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we're going to run over here real quick. Oh, okay, whatever. I guess Nagato was going to run over there. But we're going to find something, and we're going to erase the singularity. But I am scaling up by some fraction of my OS, yes. But I wasn't scaling up again in LDS. I had it at 1x, theoretically. So I don't know why. That's kind of weird to me that it would do that. But yes, it is a fractional scaling in my OS. Okay, so let's do some Mikuru stuff, and let's see if we can get the crash. I'm doing some save states in case it crashes. Okay, no crash so far. That's good. But here's the thing, the crash is inconsistent. We have three more Mikuru uses that we can go through. So let's keep trying this. We're going to reveal more of this, and we're going to give ourselves some more time here. Not a ton, but a little bit more time. Okay, and then we're gonna use another Mikuru real quick. Okay, still all good, no issues. Again, like, this is a really annoying bug because it's not consistently occurring. That's like the most annoying thing about it. So what we have to do is we have to just keep using Mikuru in different situations until it crashes. Like maybe what happens if it's like right around an accident. I don't fucking know. Nope, no crash. Okay. Okay. We're gonna keep going, and like I said, we're just looking for Mikuru to crash the game here. And we got one more Mikuru to use before we win, so hopefully it crashes this time. I'm gonna just like scan a bunch of stuff here. I'm not gonna bother with that event right now. I'm gonna scan a bunch of stuff here to try to like fill up this map a little bit more. Because I'm wondering, like, you know, does it have to do with like the number of revealed squares on the map? Like, there's all sorts of questions that I have about this stupid bug. In fact, the next time I do this, I'm gonna have the two characters that I use be Nagato and no, it is not. You will have to scale it down. This was native res, but there's weird problems with my OS. Okay. So we're gonna keep scanning real quick. Oh my. Okay, now it's gonna be like 15 seconds left, and I'm gonna have to use her. Okay, we're using her. Okay, will it crash? Let's find out. Nope, it would have crashed if it was gonna crash. It would have crashed right there. Okay, so no crash this time around. That's okay. So let's reset here. We're just trying to get a save state with the crash happening. That's the main thing. Or like at least some reproducible thing we can do that has the crash. So let's try, I don't know what this save is. Let's see if it's a... no, this is Tats's, so let's not do this one. So we'll do this again, and we're just gonna reassign who's doing what. We're gonna send Koizumi with her. So it's just Kyon doing it like usual. And it's Kyon doing this week, and we have Nagato to do all of the searching that she can do to hopefully like improve our search radius a little bit. Alright, let's do this. God, she's so good at level 5, dude. She's so good. Holy shit. Okay, and then we'll do one Mikuru. So it should crash right here. I think it is when the subtitle appears. Yes, that is what we're thinking it is. But yeah, it crashes right there, right after she reveals the singularity, which is probably when the subtitle's appearing, yes. And we're actually going to use a... I don't want to have to move slow. Koizumi is with her, so Koizumi's topic is like insanely OP. I also want to be able to erase quickly still, so I'm just going to use my subtopic. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to just erase a couple of these that showed up. Okay, here we go. She's going off again. That's such a funny image of Kyon, I think. It's so good. Okay, we're getting a save state here. Yep, nope, it did not crash. Yeah, so... See what I mean? This is like the most annoying bug. I hate this bug so much. Shimatta. Oops, as our famed other translator translated Shimatta. Okay, here we'll send out Mikuru again. Alright, let's see if we crash. No crash. No crash, this is annoying. Here, let me just see real quick. I'm gonna show you guys what the crash looks like, because I have repro'd it previously. I don't know if I was able to repro it on Millie's save. I feel like I was, but I don't remember if I was able to or not. I have save states of it, but I don't know that I have saves. Maybe I need to check and see. Do I have like a save labeled like crash or something in here? No, I just have 2 save states, unfortunately. But no saves themselves. It's really annoying. I mean, we can keep trying other saves, I guess, that I happen to have in here. But I think this Millie Millie like got crashes on these saves, and I did not. I think is what happened, and like I have to get a crash myself somehow. So I think what we'll do is after we'll beat this puzzle, and then we'll keep going, and we're gonna like just beat episode 4, and we're gonna go to the first puzzle phase in episode 4 and see if we get the crash there, because that's a much bigger one, also. So we're gonna see if we get the crash there. And we'll just zoom through F4. I'm not gonna like sit here and do a let's play, because I do plan on doing a let's play of this game after we launch it. I think that will be very fun. But I'm not gonna do one today. Okay, here, let's go. Okay. Alright, last one. Here we go. Let's see if this crashes it. Okay, save to slot 1. Here we go. Nope. No crash. Alright. We win. No crash. Oh wait, no, we don't win. Yeah, there's one more. Oh, sorry. Okay. Alright, it's right here. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna just zoom through F4 real quick. We're gonna absolutely zoom through it. I guess we can save. That's fine. We can just save on the one that's not the puzzle phase 1. We have the save backed up if we really need it, so. Okay, here we go. We are going to go for this here. So, like I said, we're just going to be zooming through this here. And we're going to go to the next puzzle phase. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I have to talk to all of them in F4. Hi, 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 hi. Nice. Okay, yeah. So we'll save again. We're in big Mumflower territory now. Gamers, let's go. Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, I don't want to go to the pool with Haruhi. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore Haruhi. We're leaving her at the pool. This is my favorite route in like the whole game, I think, or one of them. Just because of the image that you're gonna see here in this route. It's so good. Yeah, this image right here is amazing. I love it so much. I love that picture. It's like my favorite CG in the game, I think. Okay. Alright, so now Haruhi's gonna go off into the school, and then the aliens show up. Now we're gonna save our progress, yes. Okay. Alright, who are we choosing companions? Who are we dropping? We're dropping Koizumi out. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, we start off here. Doing our thing. Hell yeah, look at those aliens. Nagato's revealing them. Alright. And then we got this. Bringing in Mikuru. Okay. Alright, let's see what she does. Does it crash? Nope. That's fine. Well, we're gonna keep on. I'm just gonna leave all of the aliens. Like I said, I think it might be memory related, so I'm just gonna try to put as much shit in memory as possible. So I'm just gonna leave all of these aliens out here, and they're just gonna be chill. Oh my god, there it is. We got it. We got the crash. So that's the Mikuru crash. I saved my save state's too late, but we can repro it now probably. So that's the Mikuru crash. Let's get cooking, folks. Let's get cooking. Awesome. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna close out of this. Yeah, we got it. We got the crash. Let's fucking go. So yeah, that's really, really good news that we got it now. So now we can start debugging stuff. So, oh, right, but this is the wrong ARM9. Hopefully that's fine. Hopefully that's fine. Here, let's also let's actually no, let's not update the ROM. Let's not update the ROM to the latest thing. That's probably fine that it's not the latest. Hi for you. We just hit the crash. So that's really, really good news. So let's look at the subtitles in here and just see what we're replacing to display them. Why does it think this is Go assembly? What the helly? This is ARM assembly. You know. Okay, there we go. So okay. So we have blah 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 blah. We have a variety of things in here. And I think that so the places that we would want to look at, we can hook in here. We can hook in here. We can hook in here. And we can hook in here. These are the 4 places where things might be happening. You didn't miss the main event. We haven't fixed anything yet. We have not fixed anything yet. We just hit the crash. We have not fixed it. Okay. So we're gonna start off. Oh, actually, we don't want to open it in this. We want to open this in the debugger, in the Ghidra debugger. So open this in our debugger. Oh, I could have just hit the fucking bug. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so we have our Ghidra debugger here open. And we're actually going to launch the game with Melon DS a little bit differently. gonna do Chokuretsu translation build. Haruhi. Go to that NDS. Okay. So we're gonna launch the game through this one because this one is set up to. And we're gonna give it a little bit of audio so that you guys can have some fun sounds of the game playing. Not a ton of audio, but a little bit. How loud is this gonna be? Oh, it's not even that loud at all. Okay, here, let's turn it up a little bit more. Let's get you guys some sound. Why is it completely muted? I just turned it up. Oh, is it just like a weird thing? Is it just being weird? It might just be being weird. Okay, 1 second. Let's relaunch it. Oh. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Help you out and Pat Millie and Fuyu. I'm busy right now, man. I'm fixing bugs and streaming. I mean, like they deserve pats and hugs, of course, but you know, I'm doing a thing right now, man. Okay, let's go. All right, let's do this. Not a new game. What am I doing? Continue. Here we go. So let's take a look at this. So what we're gonna do here is now we also have the terminal up so we can see when things are gonna crash and stuff. We have diagnostics on that. And so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're actually gonna launch our debugger and attach to Melon. So we just attached to Melon. Very good. Yeah, so you can see there we have attached. So that's amazing. And so then we're actually going to, while we're in here, we're going to hit some, so we have our registers here. These are all of our registers. We only need R0 through R12. That's actually what's used, or R14, I guess, LR, and then the stack pointer and the point in the, and the program counter. But we're going to set some breakpoints. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I think the one that we want most is when the voice is being loaded, because then we can hit the other breakpoints after that. So let's do that one. Let's do when the voice is being loaded, and then we can like set the other breakpoints after that breakpoint gets hit. So we'll real quick. Let's actually, let's actually just play real fast. So we send Koizumi. Yeah, I just didn't want to have to like listen to all of the voice effects real quick. So we're just gonna get in here and let them talk a little bit. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we will pause so that we can set some breakpoints, and we're gonna set a breakpoint here for OX that, and we'll set it, and then we will hit play again. And we'll also go to that location in here. Okay, there it is. Perfect. We're already there. Okay. So now we're going to start doing things here, I guess. So you'll see we hit this breakpoint almost immediately because Kyon's about to say something, but we know we're not going to crash there, so we'll just hit play. Nagato will say something that will also hit the breakpoint. Perfect. We're good to go. And then Nagato says whatever she's going to say. That hits the breakpoint as well. You can see that this is actually branching here rather than having this LDR, and that's because we replaced that instruction in the actual game. So that's where we're hitting these breakpoints, in case you're wondering. Okay, yeah, we're gonna hit it again here. Uchujin! Okay. And then we're gonna hit this Mikuru breakpoint here. We're gonna do that. We're not Mikuru, yeah, it's breakpoint, but we're gonna hit Mikuru's power ability here. Power ability or whatever we call them. I don't remember what we call them. Special powers. I don't know. I don't really understand her ability, by the way. I don't really get what she's doing. Like, she just kind of finds one. Is she like because it's from the future, so you can like just knows where they are or something? I don't really get it. Like the other two, I get what's going on with them. I don't really get Mikuru's. Okay, so interesting. So she has a voice right there, and then she has another voice line right after. Is that what's causing the crash? That's interesting. that actually could be related. I don't know. That's interesting to think about. Okay, so we've got one down. We're gonna go and knock out a bunch of other spaces again, and we're gonna see if we can hit this crash. Oh, he's gonna say something for us, and then he's gonna say something again. Yeah, no, I know she's not using it in time travel. I'm saying, but why? But why? What's her power? How does she do that? Like, I'm talking like diegetically what's happening, not like mechanically, if that makes sense. Okay, here, we'll do Mikuru. Okay, we're saving the save slot just in case she crashes again. Okay, here she goes. Okay, so we're gonna hit 1. And here's where it would crash if it were to crash. It did not crash this time. Okay, so it is when that subtitle comes up. But we will continue on. We're gonna hit the crash as our goal. I don't know, man. Like, you asked me. Or you asked the developers, I guess. I don't know. You're asking me. I don't know. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm saying. Shimata. Shimata. Oh my god, he's really gonna talk this whole time. I'm gonna have to keep on hitting this stuff. Okay, we're just gonna use her again, see what happens. Oops. Okay. Alright, here we go. And here's our first one. And here's our second one. So let's see if it crashes. It did. We hit the crash. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna reload our save state here. And let's just see if we hit the crash again. We should, but let's see if we do. Alright, here goes our first one. And here's our second. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we have a reproducible crash state now. So, I guess the first thing that might be interesting is just seeing where it actually is getting stuck. So we're gonna pause after we hit the crash. Well, actually, no, let's just go in here and let's follow this through a little bit. So let's actually step into this. And so this is code that I wrote now that we're in. This is here, we can see LDR, R1, R1, R6, LSL2. Here it is, loading the voice file, loading in the voice file name. This is the instruction we're replacing, apparently. And then we're going to actually go through, you can see we have, this store multiple, blah, 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 is just a push. Ghidra just disassembles it that way rather than just saying push. I don't really know why. And then you can see that we have our LDR for our voice map log, all that kind of stuff. So let's actually run through here and give it a go. Here, let's take a look at our registers. So let's see. I think that this should work. This should be fine. Is that where it's crashing? Okay, here, let's pause real quick and see where we are. We're at 200712C. So 200712C. is right here. This isn't a DMA copy, it looks like, of some kind, because I can see that there's these DMA channels that it's dealing with. And let's see, so if I step through this, what is happening? So we're in a loop here, right? So what's happening is we're loading something from DMA channel 0 to 3, this part of memory here. Because we load in like this. I assume that's what's happening here. So R2, we add reg a disk count to 0B0 apparently. So now we have DMA channel 0 to 3, and then we're testing it to see if it is if it's negative, basically, if it's a negative integer. And then if it is not, we branch back. Is that what's happening? So it is negative, question mark? So we load into R1, we have this. Yeah, if it's, no, so, wait, what? Okay, wait, so we load into R1. And we're gonna test R1. With that. And then if it is, so if it is negative, because BNE means if it's not 0. So if it is negative, we go back and we just end up in a full loop here. Can I change instructions? Can I like what happens if I just make this like not do that? Like what happens if I put a no up here? Probably it breaks in some way. Yeah, because this is actually like a memory address or something it's loading. So this is, yeah, this is -1. I am so hungry. Oh no, this is not good. Okay, folks, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water. You guys are gonna look at Mikuru chilling here for a second. Okay. She's like freaking out. Okay, I'm back. I returned from the other room with my water. That's what I just wanted. Okay. I'm glad you say hello, Mikuru. She is chilling there. She is hanging the fuck out. Okay. So yeah, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. So yeah, so basically, like it looks like it's expecting this to be positive, right? And it's not, and so it ends up in this infinite loop. So the question partly is why is it negative? I guess. What also calls this here? So this is where we actually do want to open this up in the disassembler now, as well as the debugger. So let's actually, because this way we get access to like the bigger screen, and we get access to the decomp. So let's go to 2007108 in our disassembler. 2007108. Here it is. Okay. Now you can see while this thing here and that is not equal to 0, we set it if param1 equals 0. So param1 is the thing we're passing into this function. If param1 is 0, then we set it to 0. So this is just clearing shit? Is this supposed to just be clearing shit? We don't even get that far though, do we? Do nothing while. I see. I'm mistaken. Do nothing while this is the case. I see. Okay. We don't even get that far. A crash is basically a time stop. That's why she's scared. You know, it actually makes perfect sense. You make a really good point there. So yeah, so while all this shit's going on, do nothing. So yeah. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So what calls this is the question. I think it's probably this text load to VRAM where it's getting called from. That's my guess. If I had to take a guess as to where it was coming from. But let's look at all the options that we have. Oops, not that. For this, what is calling this? So we just have these 5 functions. So yeah, I'm gonna guess text load to VRAM. That's my best guess. And my guess is that it's running out of room, probably. So you can see if whatever it is -1, we call this function here that we just saw. And so presumably this means like if the thing is not loaded in, like do something to load it in or something. I don't actually know exactly what's going on. Something like that. And then yeah, this is called by what? Text alloc grp texture. Text alloc text texture. That's my guess, right? It's got to be text alloc text texture. So yeah, so this I don't have not named these parameters very helpfully of me. I have not named things. Text alloc diff textures. Wow, we're so good at naming functions, Junko. Okay. So anyway, but we can try to figure out some stuff here. So this is a debug print error. So it says, and it has a bunch of stuff that's being passed in. And also it's all lies. It only has one thing it's being passed in. These are not things that it's being passed in. That's a lie. There's only one thing. It's a format string. It's only one thing. Interesting. Wait, no. It's 2 things because this first one is the not alloc text alloc, and the second one is param1. So, so presumably this is like the index of the texture or something. That's my guess. Like text IDX, we're gonna call it for now. These other ones are lies though. Those other 2 are lies. So I think even like probably they're not even part of the function. Is my best guess. Like, I don't know that, but here, let's see what happens if I take it away. No, there are some things. R2 at least is like a real thing. Okay. So let's maybe get rid of just this param4 then. See what happens. Yeah, okay, that makes it better at least. That makes more sense to me. Okay. Why is param4 being passed twice? I don't know, but it's not anymore. It was a fake parameter. It wasn't real. So yeah. So we fixed that. That's good. Yeah, so text alloc diff textures here. And then this one calls text, like all the different text alloc things. Here's text alloc text texture. So this ivar4 is like the type of texture to alloc, presumably. Yeah. Text type. And so we have our text alloc text texture. And so this is like a structure, and it has the texture and then, or the texture index rather, and then like the other 2 things that we're passing into it. And you can see for a lot of these, this first one is the text texture. So let's actually do the little auto struct thing here. Yeah, hell yeah. And this is now, we're going to call this text IDX. Just because that makes our lives a little easier. And so actually, yeah, we should be able to kind of tell now a little bit that, yeah, this is like getting a location from somewhere. What is this array here? Oh, it doesn't exist. It's like something that is in memory only, not in. Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll come back to that. Cool. So interesting. So this is text-alloc text texture. We have our text type. What determines text type here? Let's see. Text type is determined from this one here. So this is also text type. Okay. So this is just like a little thing, a little structure that they get from memory. There's also this in R3. So there's actually some variables here that are not being accounted for in this function signature. So param1 in param2 in param3 in param4 at least. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, oh wait, maybe it is. Maybe that's not true. Because like there was just that R3, that param4. So maybe maybe it is correct that this is a void one. Edit function signature. This is void. Never mind. And then this just in R3 is just strange. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Anyway, so what's calling this? Text-alloc diff textures, sys copy to OAM. I don't think I call that here. So the alloc diff textures presumably is specifically allocating top screen textures. It's allocating backgrounds, not textures. So that's good to know because the OAM doesn't deal with, or sorry, allocating like sprites, I guess is the more technical term. But the OAM doesn't deal with other stuff. Okay, so this is called in shade init 2. So maybe I followed up the wrong way, Lamau. That's fine. Or I just like, it's not finding all the different places that this is actually called, or it wasn't text-alloc text texture is called in different places maybe. No, it was only called there. Okay, interesting. I don't know what's going on then. Text load to VRAM is called in different places. Oh yeah, it is. So maybe it wasn't the text texture one. I don't know. I just kind of assumed it was. Oh, you know what? I bet that's probably just loading the font though. Maybe it's not loading the actual text in. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So we can try to follow this around a little bit. So here's what we're going to do now is we're going to go back in here. So we have our sound voice play here. We're going to reload this in the debugger. We're going to hit play. And we're going to reload it. And we're going to go back to the debugger. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we hit it. And we're going to hit it again here. And then we're going to hit it one last time. There we go. Okay, so here's where it is. So let's follow it around. So it's got to be something in some of my code, right? Like it's got to be hitting something in some of my code, most likely. I wonder if it's this one. I doubt it, but I wonder if it is. Okay. Let's hook into this routine that runs 3 times the frame. It's not actually every frame. It's 3 times the frame that it runs. But let's look into it. And let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Breakpoints, set 1. Okay. Cool. And then this is actually pointing to this, so we will let's step in here. Let's just step into it and set the breakpoint that we want to set. So specifically, we want to set the breakpoint down. We don't want to set it at break end subs. We want to specifically set it right here where the subs start. So let's see if we can figure that out. I think I can just do set breakpoint here. What kind of breakpoint is this? Is this a software or hardware execute? Inconsistent enabled. Inconsistent enabled. So software execute. Okay, cool. I was like, what the hell? Okay, software execute breakpoint. Excellent. Cool. And we can now delete our previous breakpoint, which was at 202 F50. Yeah. So we'll delete this one. Okay. Delete it. I was really worried that clear was going to delete all of the breakpoints, but okay, we're good. So let's just hit play real quick. Okay, so we hit this breakpoint now. Amazing. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to actually construct the next subtitle that we're going to show here. So you can see this is going to go in. It actually does do a RegJ discount thing. We are checking that, which is interesting. So that was something else that those other ones were checking, but we're checking it for different reasons because we're checking the current BG mode. But I guess we'll see what happens here. So we're going to load in a bunch of stuff here. You can see I have commented everything that's happening in this routine. And we do call render dialog. That is something that also happens. So that's worth considering. We call that 3 times. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we're going to go in through here. And let's pull up the register so we can see what's happening. So yeah, so we have we're not in BG mode 4, I'm pretty sure. Wait, sorry, where are we now? Oh, we're right here. No, we're right here. We're right here. Okay. So we're loading in R5 here. So this is loading in the subtitle, the screen size, and now we're loading the display timer. So into R5, we're going to load in the display timer, apparently. And so that's where those are. Yes. And then we're going to actually load the value of the display timer into R4. And so the value of the display timer right now is 0, apparently. Okay, interesting. So that is good, I think. Oh, right. This is actually going to branch if it's not 0, I think. But we are 0, so we're fine. So we actually wanted to set our breakpoint further down. This is just the timer on the subs to make sure that we actually want to display them. So we're going to do a comparison here. We're going to branch if not equal. Oh my god, it wasn't equal? Damn. Damn. Okay. Well, we're going to go back, I guess. Or not. We're not going to go back, I guess. Okay. Let's go back again. Let's run it back, folks. Okay, so let's get rid of this breakpoint now, I guess. Or disable. Let's just disable it. Let's just disable it. Okay, there we go. So also, I don't know if you noticed, but we're not using no cache today. We're using the Ghidra debugger with MelonDS, which is kind of cool. Okay, there we go. The Ghidra debugger with MelonDS is the new OP Linux combo, in my opinion. Although I'm using a custom build of MelonDS. If anyone from MelonDS is watching, which I don't think anyone from MelonDS is watching, but if you are, I have one request of you, and that is to please review my PR. It fixes a bug. It's very small PR. Look at that. It's very small. It fixes a bug in the GDB stub. Please review it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have to say for that. Okay, so let's do. It's not what I wanted. Okay, so let's do this. Let's re-enable this one, this breakpoint here. Um, so we're actually gonna set this breakpoint. I think the thing that we should do here is we're gonna set it after our branch happens. So we have this branch not equals to end subs, and we have render subs here. It's line 76. So we have branch not equals. This is presumably the one to end subs because it's right before this comp R4 0 and comp R, and yeah, all that stuff. So let's just do right after this branch not equals. Let's set the breakpoint right here. Set breakpoint software execute. Okay. And so then we'll clear this. Well, yeah, we'll just clear this one, I think. We'll just delete that breakpoint. Okay. Okay, so it never even hits this point. It never even gets to the point where it's rendering the subs. That's interesting, right? Like, that's interesting, I think. So we're going to disable this breakpoint now. Okay, here we go again. Okay, so we're gonna re-enable this breakpoint now. Let's make sure that we don't hit this. Let's actually like go to this address here real quick, and we're gonna set a breakpoint right before it as well. Toggle this breakpoint right here, and let's just see that we don't actually hit it with our own eyes. Okay, so we hit this one, and R4 right now is 1. R4 is not 0, so we are going to skip it. And yeah, we hit it, so we don't even render the subtitles. We're not even calling subtitle rendering right now. Like, we don't even get to that point. The timer does not hit 0. We do not render a subtitle prior to this crash happening. That is very interesting to me. So end subs just goes straight back in. Let's follow this around. Let's follow this around. So let's hit play here, and let's follow this. So let's remove this one and disable this one. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Enable. Go to it. I don't know why I got rid of the other one. I'm just going to re-enable it right now. I don't know what I was doing. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens. So we skip over it. We go here. And we pop PC, right? That's what's happening here. We're popping the program counter. We're going back on the stack to where we came from. So we do that. Not in here. In here. We go back to 202 F504, where you can see we're going to BLX to R1, which R1 is a valid thing right now. It's 20C7660. That's like a function in the overlays. So we're going to step over that. Sure, we go to it. Hell yeah. We're doing stuff. We're cooking. You know, stuff's happening. I don't know what's happening, but stuff is. Okay, let's see. So we're at 203.7654 right now. That is GRP map unknown 5C. What the hell? That's an odd place to be. I guess that's fine. Okay, here, let's go back, I guess. Okay, so now we're going here. And we're going to 203.5894. 2035894. We're just kind of jumping around until something happens, until we see something. This is GRP get systex entry. That's kind of interesting because we know that there's something going wrong here. So the systex entry that we're getting, by the way, is 16, it looks like. That's probably what it is. So let's see here. DXLR, sure. So we jump back to where we were. Okay. So that's interesting. Sorry, I'll get rid of that. I don't know, man. This is like really weird to me. I'm gonna clear this one because we never hit it anyway, and we're gonna disable this one, and we'll go in. Okay. So we're starting to get an idea of where some of this crash stuff is happening. We know that here, let's go back in because we know that it's happening in this function here. So let's see if we can set some breakpoints around for stuff that calls it, right? Let's see if we can find what is actually calling this thing. So I still am suspicious that it's text load to VRAM. So let's set a breakpoint at the point where text load to VRAM calls this function and see if that's what it is. See if that's what's calling. So we're going to set a breakpoint here, a software breakpoint, set breakpoint for that. Did that not work? Oh, right, it didn't work because I did it wrong. Set breakpoint star OX. Okay. Is that the spot? Yeah, it's the spot. Okay, so that's hitting it for sure. It's going there. Let's look at the registers. See what's happening each of these times. Okay. So wait a second. So we got into this function again, but we didn't come through that texture function that I just did, right? Like that was not the last thing that happened. We should have hit that. Huh. Can I see a stack in here, by the way? Can I see a stack, maybe? There's a stack right here. 200712C. Before that, we have 207114. Oh, but that's just because that's the branch that it came from, right? Yeah, that's just the branch it came from. That's not helpful. Okay, that's fine. Here, can I open this up, maybe? No? Yeah. Yeah, no, this is not, like, super helpful stack. That's okay, though. That's okay. Let's see if we can set a breakpoint for... No, I think we're okay with this. This is fine for now. Let's just go back here. Okay. So what are we hitting right now? What breakpoint are we hitting? We're at 2004F0. Yes, we're hitting this one right here again. But we decided that maybe that's not it. Let's still check it out. Let's still see if it is. So we're hitting this. Okay, so now we hit the voice one. And now we hit 2004FO. We're hitting it a couple of times. All right. We're hitting it again here. We're hitting the voice sub one. We're hitting 2044FO again. That's a great... Anyone want to clip that? You can clip that. Yeah, there she goes. Okay, so yeah, the last thing that it hits here is the voice someone, not that other. So that indicates to me that it's not. It's yeah. So it's not this thing that's the problem. So we're gonna keep it in here. We're gonna keep it in here, but we're gonna disable it. Oh, we're not that. This one is disabling. Yeah, we're gonna disable that one. Okay. So let's say that it's not that one now. Let's try this again. Let's look at this one first, I guess. Let's look at this one. See if this is where it's getting called. So this is a very similar looking function to the other one. But it's in a different spot. So let's see if we can figure this out. So we're going to add a breakpoint here. Set breakpoint, OX, blah. Okay. And we'll hit it. Let's see. All right, so this is our voice routine. All right, this is our voice routine again. And this is once again our voice routine. So yeah, it's not that one at all. That one doesn't get hit at all. So we're gonna just fully take that one off of the plate. We're not even gonna bother with disabling it because it's not getting hit at all. So it's not relevant. Okay. So then let's try again. Let's look here, this third one. Specifically here, it looks like. And again, this also looks very like superficially similar function. Okay. And we're gonna go down here. We're gonna set a breakpoint. There you go. All right, here it is. This is what we're looking for now. And we're going to reload. See what we hit. All right. That is that one we just set. That one's being hit. And it just got hit. This is the voice routine one, actually. This is the voice one. And that is the one we just set. That's the one we just set again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. It's getting called a lot here. I wonder if that's part of the problem, that it's getting called so much. Holy moly, it's getting called a lot. I wonder why. Okay, here. It's not going to crash yet, so we're just going to disable it real quick so that we can move on for a second. It's this one, right? Yeah. No, that's the voice one. This one. Enable. We're just going to do it until we hit the next voice. Okay. And then we're going to enable this one quick. Nope. Doesn't seem like it. We're going to do it one more time in a different order, slightly different order, and see if we hit it again. But doesn't look like it was that one. I need to the keyboard shortcuts to this thing so that I can drink my water while also clicking this button. All right, we're trying again. All right, now we're going to enable it. She fully like just like gets knocked out, dude. it is being called like every single frame, which is I don't know what it does, but if it's allocating shit, like that's obviously bad, right? Like what the hell? Okay, so the last thing that gets called here is the voice routine, so it's still not that probably. Like that's still concerning. It's getting called that often, but it's not this one. So we're gonna disable it. We're gonna leave it in, just like we left the other one in, because it is getting called. But we're gonna disable it. All right. Next up, we're gonna look into the fourth one, I guess. This one right here. And it's calling it right here. So this one looks very different. This is a very different looking routine. So that's good. Potentially. I don't know. I don't know why I said that's good. I have no idea if that's good or not. All right. So we hit our voice routine. So far, this one's not been hit at all. Still not hit. That's just another voice routine. And still not hit. Okay, so yeah, that one's not relevant. So we'll just delete it from existence. Okay, next one's up. This one. This is our last one. All right, let's see if this one's it. So we're just hitting our breakpoint. Okay, there we go. And let's see. Probably not so far. Oh, nope, it gets hit. That's it being hit right there. Interesting. Okay. Let's bring up our register so we can see what's going on here. All right. So it's getting called every frame as well, it looks like. So this thing is getting called a lot, this function that it's calling here. Okay, so we're going to disable it just like we did the other one until it comes time. No worries for you. I'm sure you'll be back before I fix it. Okay, we're going to enable it now. Maybe I should disable it again and just wait until, because it's playing like every single frame. Okay, now we'll enable it. Hey, we hit it. Okay, cool. So this is the one. This is the proximal cause right here. And the thing it just came from is 2077B94, it said. That's on the stack. 7094, rather, which is right here. So that's just this branch to it, is all it is. So that's not helpful. Okay, so that's great, though. This is good. So we can actually delete these other ones because we know that they're not relevant. It's this one that's relevant. So this is the thing that's getting hit here. So let's see if we can figure out what the hell this is doing. Okay. So we have this SDK function here. Okay. So let's see if we can figure this out. I don't know. Let's go in. Okay. Let's just run. So this is the thing that it's calling. It calls this with param1. This is where it actually does the crash. Let's actually look here. So param1, we can actually see it here in our registers is 3 because it's R 0. So it's calling it with 3 as its parameter. And R1 is 22. E630. So this function here expects one parameter, right? Yeah, okay. So it's 3 that's getting called as. All right, so let's go in. Let's see if we can. Let's step into this function here real quick. So we've stepped in, and let's actually set. Let's disassemble this code real quick. Did not disable. Disassemble. Let's set another breakpoint right here real quick. Just after the OS interrupts. Okay, cool. And then we'll disable that breakpoint for the future. And then let's see. So we have our 3 is down here in R4 now, because that's where they moved it up here, R4. And so we're gonna do some math here. So we have our R1 becomes we're adding we shift. We do some shit. We add R4 to R4, shift it R4 times 2. So we make it 9. We add R4 to R4 times 2. And then we're adding 2 to it, so it'll become 11. Yeah, B. And then we add, and then we move, we shift that, we multiply that by 4, so it becomes 36, which will be 2C. Is that right? Is that 36? No, that's wrong. Oh, did I do the math wrong there? 11. It was 11. Sorry, not 9. Yes, so 11 times 4 is 44, which is 32 plus 12, so that is 2C. Yes, okay. We're good. And then we add B0 to that, so it will become, what is that? DC, I guess. Yep, okay, cool. And then we add like 4,000 to it in R2, so this is where we're actually constructing the address that we want to call in DMA space or whatever, in disk count space. Okay, so yeah, we have that. So yeah, if we go to this function again, 2007128, you can see here we have all of this stuff, and then we do this DMA channel stuff here. So reg disk count here. So this is actually something that we can look up. Let's actually look up what this is. I think that's the best use of our time here. So we're gonna do GBA tech. I like the markdown fork personally, so that's what we're gonna do. It's just easier to read, I think. Come on. Come on. What the hell-y? There we go. This is this one. Okay. So let's just type 40000, or no, 0C. What is it? It's DC, 0DC. Okay, so here it is. This is it. This is the DMA3 word count. So DMA is direct memory access, by the way. And these are the transfer channels. So what it's looking for here is we have DMA3 register, and there's some controls here. So you can see in D4, 400 D4, we have the source address that we're copying from. In D8, we have the destination address we're copying to. This one, DC, is the count of the words, as in the 32-bit integers that we're copying, and then there's some control codes in DE. So these are 2 shorts. So maybe we can go into memory. Can we actually see this in memory? It's possible that we can. So let's go to 400. I guess we'll just go to D0. Well, no, let's just go to 40000. Let's just do it. Okay, so let's copy this and then add 2 zeros. Let's just see. Can we see it? Yeah, we can. Maybe. Yes, it's loading. There we go. Okay. So DC だね. So yeah, so D0 is different. So we went from D4. D4 is the source address. So D4 right here. That's C4. D4 is right here, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's from 4100010 we're copying to 2124B40 that we're copying to, and we are copying this many words. We're copying one word. We're copying one 32-bit integer. We're copying 4 bytes. Is apparently what's happening here. This is also so cool that I can just see this. This is great. I love this. Okay, yeah, you can see we're at 400 DC right here. Okay, cool. So that's really good to see. So let's actually like keep track of what's going on here. So we've got. Oh, but there was an AF. Wait, is it actually loading this incorrectly? I think this might be a bug in the base game, actually. See what I mean? So we just looked here, and the control code is DE. This is DC. This is the word count. They're loading in the word count as a word rather than as a half word, as in a 16-bit integer. I think this might be a bug in the base game that I have to fix. I mean, we can try. Like, this is not hard to fix, right? Like, this is an easy thing to fix here. So all we have to do here is we just have to go in here and we have to add to REPL source. So I haven't changed this quite yet to use the new stuff because I'm still I need to make a picolibc thing and stuff. So I haven't changed to use new stuff. So it's still built on the old system of NitroPacker, but that's okay. So what we can do here is we can go right in here, and this is where it's actually loading the word count. This is where it loads the word count, is this LDR right here. So let's see if we can fix this. So we're going to make a new folder here. Cool. And then we're going to make a new file here, .s. And then we're going to say, this is not Go assembly, this is ARM assembly. Disable, yeah, so we're going to just name it something real quick. Change function to call, or change DMA loading function to load half words. But the problem is, does this always load DC, right? Like sometimes it might be loading other things. Like we don't know that it's always loading DC. So we should actually, oops, I just closed out of Visual Studio Code entirely. We should actually not make this an A REPL. We should do an A hook here, which actually is easier, so that's fine. So let's go in here and let's do DMA fix.asm.s. And so we're going to A hook into here. First of all, does this have any BLs in it? Yes, it does. It does that BL, so we're good. So A hook into here. And do other A hooks that I have 0? Yes, okay. This is ARM assembly. For fuck's sake, man. Why is Go? I kind of want to uninstall the Go extension. It's going to do this to me. I'm just going to uninstall the Go extension. Restart extensions. Okay. Yeah, now it knows it's ARM. Okay, cool. Change DMA to correctly. DMA reads this count reads to correctly recognize words. word count as a shift. Okay. So the problem is I don't know how much this is going to slow things down, is the other thing. So we're going to do our best to make this as efficient as possible. So we can see here, like, so it ends in a DC or a D0 or a C4. Or a B8. So the consistent thing is these structures are all C in length, right? Is that right? Yeah, they're all 12 bytes in length. So it's always the 10th byte of the given structure, right? No, the 8th byte of the given structure. It's the 8th byte of the given structure. So yeah, but how do I do that mathematically? Whatever, we'll figure this out in a second. Okay. So but wait, one second. No, it is always going to be the word count. It is always going to be the word count. It's just which channel's word count is it. It is always the word count, though. Okay, I think we're fine. We can do a REPL. It is always a word count. It is always a word count. I'm pretty sure, because it has to be for this to make sense. Okay. Sorry for the going back and forth there. Change word count reads to be half word. A REPL. And we have, this is our original instruction here. LDR R1, R2, 0 is our original instruction. And we're going to change that to LDR H, R1, R2, 0. Actually, we don't even have to have the 0. That's a fucking Hydra thing. Okay. LDRH, R1, R2. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to close out of this game. We're going to stop Ghidra and then close out of the game. Okay. Unhook from it and everything. There we go. Okay. Cool. So I don't know if this will work, but it should. It should work. So let's actually build this. Let's actually make sure that we are up to date fully on all this stuff. I just want to, real quick, I'm going to pull some other of these repos. I'm doing it off screen, but just trust me, it's what's happening. Specifically, I want to pull the strings repo so I am up to date on Weblate changes. Okay, cool. En 0.9.fix. I don't know if this will work, but I think it has a chance of working. I think this is a bug in the base game that I have that just they don't hit ever. But like I think it is a bug in the base game that I'm about to fix. What do the control codes do? We should look that up real quick. I have no idea. Here it is. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I still think I'm right. I think this is correct, but I guess we'll see. Oops, 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 oops. Okay. Let's do this. All right, here we go, folks. We're launching. Fix.
鈴宮春日の直列。これでよろしいですか?
Okay.
ここから始めますね。
So we're gonna bring up Koizumi here.
お任せください。
Okay, let's hope this works, folks.
やるか。
Here we go.
しょうがない。頼むぞ、長門。
Okay, and then we bring up our girl Mikuru. Okay, so 1, no crash. And the fact that it's still working is a pretty good sign. At all, like, you know. Okay. We're gonna start finding some aliens here to start building up our memory usage or whatever. There's also one here, I guess. No. Okay, there's one right here.
ここはどうだ?
Okay, and then we're gonna bring up this.
朝比奈さん、お願いします。
私ですか?
Okay. Now will it crash? No crash. No crash. We're cooking. It definitely should crash at some point in this level if we did not fix the crash, right? Like, it definitely should crash at some point. The aliens really do be looking at me like that, Gig. That's true. I'm glad you think so. I'm pretty sure I fixed a bug in the base game. I think I fixed a bug in the base game, actually. I think that this was an error that's been there the whole time and wasn't my fault. It wasn't something that I messed up on. And that's very funny. Okay, here. So let's hit her again. Let's see if she crashes the game now. No crash! No crash. Okay, so it's actually here, right? Wait, what? It's here? Okay. So then is there another one, like, right here or something? Where are these guys? There's so many of them. Yeah, okay, no, I was right. Nice. Okay, we've got one more with her, so I'm gonna use this Nagato ability real quick and, like, just see if I can get a couple of them over here. Yeah, cool. And then we're gonna use her. This is our last ability with her. I think we fixed the bug. Yeah. I'm gonna call that a fix, guys. I'm gonna call that a fix. Like, we should have, if the bug were still present, we should have just hit it. We used her ability 4 times in this game just now, and we did not hit it. So I'm gonna call that a fix. I think that's a fix. That's crazy that that's what it was, but yeah, that's to me that's a fix. Okay, so Chokuretsu translation build. We did it, folks. All right. All right. I think that's a fix. I think we just fixed the Mikuru crash, which was the last awful bug that we had on the docket. That's crazy. It's actually crazy. Okay, well, um, yeah, that you know, honestly, I'm really hungry. Stream over, I think. That is a huge accomplishment for today. Um, I'm gonna go frickin' celebrate, man. That bug has been there for like, I'm not joking, like 2 or 3 years. We've had that bug in the game. And actually, that bug I just fixed has been in the game for 16 years. It's been in the game since 2009, when the game was released in May of 2009. So that bug has been in the game a long time. It's just that we never noticed it until I started making changes to the game, and I just fixed the bug. You know, the specific crash that we were seeing, that was just fixed just now. So that's incredible. I still don't know exactly why that crash was happening per se, but it's a hardware thing, and like they just had like um they were reading the registers incorrectly, the DMA registers incorrectly. So thank you so much, Nightmare. I'm gonna enjoy my lunch. It's true. I will see y'all later, man. Like this is a short ass stream for me. Like we did 2 hours and we're done. But sometimes you just gotta take the W. Sometimes you just gotta take the W. All right, folks. I will see you around. Goodbye. Goodbye.